vlog. This week was a little bit tough, I have to admit. I have been working on my finals for the hair course still. So I have now finally landed on the final formulas. I have handed out the final for my friend to try, and I'm working on the paperwork part, so to speak. Although as I approached the moment of submitting all this information, I was kind of surprised how simplified their submission process is. It's just like a text field, you put in all the information, and in my mind I was preparing a whole like PowerPoint presentation type deal. But it's great because it saves me a lot of time to have just like fact-based, like question answer and like that. They even only want one picture per product. So with my shampoo bar, I initially even started with this final as my choice of projects because I had had such a wonderful experience with a shampoo bar in the past. So I wanted to make something similar to that wow effect. The only thing that that bar was missing was this kind of richness. I felt like if I used this every day, it wouldn't be quite as nourishing as I wanted. So I set forth to create a nourishing shampoo bar, and I have succeeded, and I'm very happy. My only real hurdle with this shampoo bar ended up being the firmness factor. You know, how far into the richness, creaminess can you go until the bar is just too soft to handle? So I've landed at a sweet spot now that I'm pretty happy with. And the color came about kind of almost by accident. It is a very beautiful beigey color. And then my conditioner bar is an ivory color, and both of them have like a matte finish. So I'm really happy with the appearance of both of them. Now let's talk about the conditioner bar journey. With the conditioner bar, my biggest hurdle was the release. So when you take a hard bar product, you're using it with water. It doesn't have any water, so you're gonna combine it with water in the shower by rubbing it in your hands under running water and then applying it in your hair and rinsing it out. The release is what I mean is the product that you get in your hands, the same as if you had a pump conditioner and you would pump the conditioner in your hands. That's what I'm talking about. It was very hard to get it to release anything. And then when I did get it to release something, it ended up being too greasy for my hair. It was only after a few different discoveries of other ingredients that I added in that I was able to get that release without the grease factor. And we're there now. So it's only about submitting this paperwork. But as I'm now entering in like all the ingredients, like why I chose this and why that, there are other like underlying factors to each ingredient that should be considered, and obviously I will get graded on. So they're gonna wanna know that you have read about each and every ingredient in depth. So as I'm submitting all of my reasons for choosing them, I'm also having to cross-check with hard facts to see if my thoughts and my own experience meet those standards. And I know that as a school, because that is part of the theory that we studied, they're gonna wanna see in my responses that I'm kind of referring back to things that have been mentioned. So if I'm going like against the rules with something, I'm making sure that I am explaining thoroughly why. Nevertheless, this has been a really hard week because I've had a lot of wins, obviously, which make you feel like your dreams are this close. And oh my gosh, I can already see that stand at the farmer's market and my products and myself. I can see it. And I can see like people ordering my products and things finally like moving along and my business getting a start. And then when you have a setback, it's literally the opposite. You feel like, what was I even thinking? How would I even be possibly creating good enough products to be sold, anywhere other than a farmer's market, let alone like Sephora or some other store one day. Like, I am gonna be able to make products that good. Like, the doubt is just crippling. And it doesn't help that even though people around me can be very supportive, I do still often meet people who are very, I want to say, they mean no harm, but there's a lot of doubt, anxieties, and concerns that people have as far as handmade beauty products. And sometimes the way that people ask about what I'm doing or making, or their reactions to my excitement, to my successes, or even my degree makes me feel like I'm literally just getting a certificate in like basket weaving or something. No offense to basket weavers, but like it makes you feel really unqualified and also uncertain. Like, okay, so if people have this many fears and concerns and doubts, then how am I going to be able to sell my stuff? Where then also, on the other hand, I know that none of their concerns, fears, and whatever are valid, because these products can be amazing brands, probably more brands than they would ever believe that they already know of, were started in people's kitchens. They were once small, just like I'm gonna be. And if they had never started, some of those brands at Sephora would not be there. So I gotta push that aside. However, it's very hard at this stage to not hear that noise. But it can be so crippling at times, and it's, sometimes can literally ruin my day, where it's just filled with self-doubt. Even though I keep going, it's just like, what am I doing this for? And then other times it's just like, oh my God, you have no idea like how amazing of an idea I'm sitting on here. Like, it's just like polar opposites, and such a roller coaster. In the past week, I have been that to a whole other degree with this final, I'm so certain that I got it now. But then I'm faced with the questions, and as I'm doing the research, it's up and down, up and down. And then, I know I'm not gonna feel better until I hit submit on that paperwork online, and then finally get the degree. But boy, oh boy, has this been something. What the hell was I thinking, announcing I was going on a diet in the middle of my finals? Forget that. I'm gonna make a promise that in the next 6 months I'll gain at least 5 more pounds. Bring me the chocolate, the fast food, the kids' birthday cakes, whatever gets presented to me, it will get eaten, okay? I am done with all this self-inflicted torture. In life, we go through seasons. It's like these waves. Like, sometimes you get hit with a tsunami. I'm not gonna diet while I'm trying to not drown. It's okay if you don't accomplish every one of your goals in this moment. As humans, we need breaks and time to adapt to changes. That said, girls and boys, I've been doing a lot of thinking, which I know can be dangerous. But it's become clear to me, the only kind of diet we should ever be on is the make the best choice for right now diet. I promise I'll write a diet and fitness book someday, but to give you a preview, girls, at a certain time of month, your diet is chocolate. And when your kid bakes cookies, you eat the cookie. However, when you're staring at the fridge at night, you eat nothing. Get a glass of water, that's how you lose weight. Ask yourself, if you love something, does it love you back? And as far as exercise, you move. Plan when to move and then do it. I don't care what you do, just don't go to sleep. In fact, I'm not gonna write that book because I just told you all that's in it. Bye now.